The most exclusive group in the world is a list of men who have been president of the United States. In a Time magazine cover story out today, Nancy Gibbs and Mike Duffy write about the President's Club, the subject and title of their new book.
And only on CBS This Morning, Bill Plante takes a look at one of the best membership perks of that club. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie and Erica. Would you believe that the former presidents have their own exclusive hideaway right across the street from the White House, a place to stay when they are in town? And this is the first time cameras have ever been allowed inside. So come along this morning as we take you to the ex-president's clubhouse.
I think this is a place where if you've been a president, you can come have some security, have some privacy, be close to the action, and still feel like you're more than the person checking into the Hilton or the Hyatt.
More indeed, for this is perhaps the most exclusive hotel in the world. Only 4 people are allowed to book a reservation. CBS News is the first to tour the home with the President's Club co-author Mike Duffy.
The reason this sort of overnight guest house exists goes back to Dick Nixon. He keeps getting phone calls from Johnson in Texas, who's restless at the ranch and keeps wanting to come to Washington, and that's why this is here. It was Nixon trying to basically keep Lyndon Johnson happy.
But the first time Mr. Nixon came back to Washington after his resignation, he was forced to go elsewhere.
Nixon asked to stay in this building, but Carter wouldn't let him.
And it's more than just the clubhouse. Duffy and Gibbs write that former presidents often form surprising alliances.
Nixon really wanted to get to know Clinton. He wanted to be a sort of secret behind-the-scenes advisor. He became that. Clinton turned out to rely on him a great deal for advice.
The 4-story brownstone has 2 bedrooms and a dramatic presidential bathroom, complete with fireplace. There's a breakfast room in addition to the formal dining room. The seal of the president is prominently displayed. The ex-president who has used it the most?
The person who has used it most, I think, is George Herbert Walker Bush, who stayed here during Clinton's presidency and then didn't have to when his son became the president himself and he could stay across the street.
The authors say that Barbara Bush described the house as a dump. It was modernized at the end of her son's presidency.
Thank you, Mr. President, for hosting us.
There's a reason, says Duffy, that sitting presidents, including President Obama, like to talk to their predecessors.
You come out of this job with so many scars that only you know about. And really, there's only a few people who understand what those scars are like. And maybe that kind of a relationship with someone like that can take you to a place no one else can.
Not exactly the Oval Office, but not bad. Do you think it'll get more use these days?
I think it's going to get a lot more use, mostly because we have young presidents. So this is a club that probably has some growth years ahead.
Well, the house is large, but it's no mansion. So if the ex-president's club gets much bigger and the man sitting in the Oval Office decides he ever needs all of them here at the same time, they may have to draw straws to see who gets the prime real estate across the street. Charlie, Erica?
It's almost like a timeshare. You need to have certain weeks, maybe.